Well, this is my video response to the video Not Pretty Really, which, as those of you who've seen it, presumably everybody who's viewing this video will have seen it, is about the lot of the beautiful person in today's society. That lot being not necessarily wholly positive. Now this face, which is currently looking at the camera, is definitely not what most people would call a pretty one. It took me quite a long time, in fact, to find a certain, subgroup of people where my features were acceptable or even pleasant. That's not a problem, because actually the thing I want to say, the one major point I want to make for me, is that I agree with the message of that video. I actually spent a lot of time in my teenage years thinking to myself, I'm glad I'm not pretty, I'm glad I'm not beautiful, because if I were, it would cause a hell of a lot of complication in my life, and I was happy to have a simple life. I was happy to concentrate on things that I enjoyed doing, as opposed to having to consider other people's feelings on the romantic level, because I knew there wouldn't actually be many people that I would have to consider. That makes things a lot easier for me. So I can understand, even as a so-called ugly person, what is meant. And I believe there's a grain of truth in there. However, I will say one thing. Remember always, beautiful people earn more money. Beautiful people are helped more often. Beautiful people have an easier ride through life in very, very many ways. And basically what they have to do is they have to learn how to deal with the way people respond to their looks, which is the same thing I had to learn, and which is the same thing everybody has to learn. So in essence, remember that objectively speaking, a beautiful person has advantages. Also remember that subjectively speaking, the disadvantages of being beautiful may be more difficult to overcome than the disadvantages of being ugly, because they are so much more unexpected and there is so little understanding for them. I felt like saying that because I've devoted a lot of thought to this issue over, over my lifetime, over my thinking lifetime, which began around, I don't know, age 12 or whatever. And it sort of struck a chord with me. Anyway, maybe that's something interesting to some people, maybe it's not. I'm sure the ratings will tell me, and the comments will also do the same. Have a nice life all.